Hiya, this is Netty and welcome back to a rubbish rambles. So today we are back to being just me. I don't have Tomahawk or Martin here with me today and I look more normal. No face paint, no like skeleton outfits, and I am back from travelling for a little while. So as promised last week, I promised you I would tell you a little bit more detail about my adventures I have been on. So I was really super lucky, as most of you probably already know, and I got to go to the first ever mine fair in Philadelphia. So it was really exciting. So Tom, Martin and Matthew Richards, who some of you will probably know from being the host on the expo stage at Insomnia, he's like always there. They all came down to stay, like went out for dinner with Stampy and Squishy, had like a really nice evening, and then we had to get up at like 5 in the morning. Well, we had to leave. Our car came at 5 in the morning to take us to the airport, so it was a really early start, and because we were still jet lagged from Minecon, so basically when we got back from Minecon we had like 1 week to get about like 30 or 40 videos done to cover these trips, and so it was like crazy busy. We were like sleeping, going to bed at like 5-6 in the morning, crazy working. So when we were like leaving at 5 in the morning, it got to the point where it's like, well, we're leaving at the time I'm normally falling asleep, so basically it ended up with literally about like an hour's sleep. So it was absolutely shattered, which actually caused the air hostess to make some jokes about Martin and I, because Tom struggled sleeping on the plane, so he was like one side of me and then it was me and then Martin, and like apparently Martin and I were both like that, head forward, just asleep, and the air, like, and we slept, like I was asleep before we even took off, so I wasn't even aware when we were taking off. Just slept like the whole flight until about an hour off the end. So that's like I think it was like a 8-9 hour flight. So I just basically had a whole night's sleep on this plane. And at one point Tom said, because where he was one side of me, apparently I like fluffed up his shoulder, like pushed up his shoulder, like went like that, and then like leant on him. So that was like quite funny. So we slept the whole flight. The air hostess kept being like, what have you given them? Like they're just like conked out. And so we had like a nice rest. Then we got to Philadelphia and went to the hotel, and in the evening they said that we were going to be having like a mixer thing where we got to meet all the organisers, their families, everyone else who was attending the event. And what was really cool is some of you won't understand the excitement of this, but for those of you who are like English and stuff like that, they got us an American school bus, like one of the big yellow school buses, to take us to this mixer. So we were all really super excited, because the only time we've ever seen school buses like that is in like every film. So for us in the UK, growing up watching a lot of films, the majority of them are American, and so you kind of like, there's certain things that you guys have that you wouldn't think anything of. For us, like, we have only ever seen in a film, so it was kind of like, oh, we're like in a movie, like this is so cool kind of thing. So that was really fun. Went to the mixer, met the organisers, they were all so lovely. So there was Gabe, Steve and Chad. They're absolutely great guys, and all their partners were lovely. We did we were doing like interviews with their children and stuff like that, and so it was really good fun, really nice people. And then we got to like hang out with everyone. Mousy came, there was like Gizzy Gaza, Tom, Martin, Grian and Tortoise and Sakuta Yuki, like loads of people that we got to hang out with. So it was really lovely, and we had loads of fun. The one thing I would say in America is the portions are bloomin' massive. So even one of the nights, Grian ordered a children's meal, like a children's spaghetti and bolognese. It was bigger than any spaghetti bolognese I've had in my life. It was this massive plate, loads of meatballs, loads of spaghetti, and that was the children's portion. We were like, oh my gosh. One of the other nights, Tomahawk got a slice of chocolate cake, and that was like, it looked like a door wedge, if not bigger, like a brick that you would put by the door to like stop it from shutting. It was absolutely insane. So we ate a lot of food whilst we were there. But I've not actually told you anything about the actual event yet. So the actual event was incredible. They had loads of like different things that like isn't at that many other events. Like the organisers also do like Lego events, and so they had a large like Lego area, and they had like a big Steve character, and like throughout the day people could add around the bottom. So there was like people had made like nether portals and creepers and stuff like that, and it was almost like a whole village around the base of this big like massive, it was massive, like a big statue of a Steve character. And my favourite thing, which I did kind of briefly mention last time, was the creeper head. So everyone got given a small square, and it was like paint by numbers, so they would be given a square with a picture, and it would say like put this colour here, and you had to do it like that, and then they would put it in the set place on it, and it created a big 3D creeper head, which was so cool. Another really nice thing they had is in the morning, when they introduced us on stage and stuff, they had like a orchestra playing like game music kind of thing, so that was really nice. They called us on stage, and we met so many people. We did like some really cool meet and greets, did some challenges on stage. It was really nice, and it was really nice to hang out with Grian Tortoise and Sakuta Yuki. So obviously like Tom and everyone, like I hang around with like as regularly as I can, like very regularly, but with those guys, like we don't get to see them very often, so that was really nice getting to hang out with them. And of course like Mousy, like she's one of the first people I met when I first started doing YouTube, and obviously her being in America, like where I don't do events in America, she doesn't come over here that often, like we just don't get to meet. So it was really nice seeing everyone. The other really nice thing was Mindvention was a part of Mindfair, so there was sort of like this little area where it's like I knew everyone there, and it was sort of like it felt familiar even though we were somewhere different. What was really cool is finally got to meet Crispy Crafts, so that was really nice to get to see her. She gave me a beautiful necklace. I don't have it on right now, I can see it, let me grab it. Oh, here it is. I'll show you this necklace. This is so cool. One sec, I'll get it out. Oop. It's like caught in the cotton wool in the box. It's so beautiful. I don't know if you... Oh, turn it around. Turn around. Turn around, Netty. How adorable is that? It's like a little Netty. It's so cool. So I was really happy with that. But yeah, so I had an amazing time. Like they really genuinely did do the event really well. A lot of people were saying like, oh, it was really good for their first like Minecraft event, but I just think it was a good event overall anyway. It was better than some of the other events I've been to. This is, by the way, this is all completely my honest own opinions. They haven't asked me to say anything. This is just my genuine opinions. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm hoping to get to go back to, they're going to be doing some more throughout the year, so hopefully I'm going to get to go back over and go to Mindfair again. There's something different about going to an event where it's just Minecraft. It does make it a lot more intense, and it means like everyone they're there for the same reason, so everyone's into exactly the same thing, so everyone there has something in common with everyone because everyone likes Minecraft. Whereas at a gaming event, if you just play Minecraft but there's people who just play, I can't think of it, Gang Beasts, they don't have that thing in common. So it's kind of like, it's nice that everyone just gets along, everyone's got something in common. It was a really special event. I had a really nice time. But we flew straight from Philadelphia to Ireland, and we hung out there for a few days. So we stayed in Dublin, and we met up with Zoltan and Professor Butterbury. They're both in Dublin. So we got to hang out with them. We went to the Leprechaun Museum, which was really good fun. There was a really lovely girl that took us around and gave us like a tour. But we met the organizer, the manager person, and we had chatted to him a bit. And then he tweeted us later on, and it turns out that he hadn't realised who we were, but he was actually coming with his kids to Mindvention at the weekend. He was like, oh my gosh, I thought I recognised you guys, like blah blah blah. So that was really funny. We dressed up as the leprechaun, put on a hat and a beard, and had a photo, which was really nice. Yeah, and then we went to Winterfell. If you don't, like, you might not watch Game of Thrones, but you've probably heard of it because it is everywhere. we went to Game of Thrones, to Winterfell from Game of Thrones, and that was so cool. We got to wear some of the stuff from the, some of the clothes from the actual show, which was really cool, and do like archery and stuff. Tom was really good at the archery, and they said the person who got, like, we had like our final round, the person who got closest to the bullseye chopped off the person who got chopped off the head of the person who was like the furthest away, and obviously I was then the furthest away, so Tomahawk chopped off my head. But it's okay, it's attached. I've sellotaped it back together. But yeah, so that was really, really fun. And then we went on to my invention, and it was Big B Stats and Martin Littlewood's first ever my invention. So we were really excited to show them and like let them see what it is that we do when we go there, because obviously Tomahawk and I, we've gone to so many now, and so it was really cool to get to show them what it is we do. Got to hang out with Solidarity and Tyser X, which was really, really lovely. Although where we were still just so tired from Philadelphia. Oh my gosh, it was, one of the nights, well, it is the evening, it was like before we had gone for dinner and stuff, Big B, Tom, Martin and I were all just like watching TV in the room, just like chilling out, and I just fell asleep because I was just so tired. So I had like a little nap, and apparently I sat upright and just was like, we need to check the books like that, and I was sleep talking and I was like clapping my hand, and apparently Tom got so freaked out. He was like, what is she doing? Like really scared. So that was really funny. But yeah, and then we went to my invention again. Like, I can't fault it, like always have like an amazing time when I'm there. What was really cool is they did a thing called Secret Skype, and so at some point throughout the day, Stampy and Squishy actually surprised everyone at the event and said like hi to them. They did like a small Q&A through Skype, so they were on the big screen and you could see them. They're actually at the beach on one of the days, which is quite funny. So that was a really, really nice surprise. I'm actually going to another my invention. Oh no, I can't remember the dates. It's the 20-something of November. It's in Galway. But if you ever want to know where or when or who's going to be at each one, they have a website anyway. Even if you just Google my invention, it comes up with their website. So it's easy to find. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, the other thing at my invention. I'm going to show you this too. One sec. I'm going to get up. I'm going to keep running around my room. What Me Crafts gave me. So these guys are at my invention. They make all this stuff. Look how cool this chest is. They gave me a Minecraft chest. How nice is that? And that's, if you don't know, they made before. I'll show you. I'm gonna keep disappearing. It's like, hi. They made this TNT pot as well. The lid doesn't shut, but that's because I've put pens in that aren't quite the right size for it, but that's so cool, isn't it? And what they made me before, oh no, I can't show you, it's my so like the TNT one, it's like that but off my face, but the camera, you are actually sat in that at the moment, so I can't show you that one, I'm afraid. But yeah, so that was really cool. And then from there we went back to mine. So Tom and Martin came back to mine again. We hung around mine for a few days. We had a Halloween party at Squishy and Stampy's. My mum and dad and everyone were there, and Solidarity came. Yeah, so that Mini Mooka came down, so that was really nice. And that was what you saw us dressed up as last week. That was, we were just about to go to the party then, so we were fully in our Halloween gear. So that was really, really good fun. We did like challenges and games, so that was really cool. And then we went to Manchester for Digital Kids. So again, that was the first time they had ever run the event, and it was really cool. It was very different to the other events that we normally do. They had like kind of like total wipeout. I've got to admit, this is really bad. So Martin and I were just walking around the event, and then we found this thing where it's like these poles, and they spin round, and you've got to stand on the pad, and you've got to jump over the pole and then duck under the next one and then jump. But the guy that was like running it, he was basically doing tricks on people. So he would like spin it quite fast so they would get used to like jumping in a pace, and they will suddenly stop and they just jump and then fall because there's nothing to jump over. And then he was doing stuff, so he would go past and knock someone over, and just as they get up, he would go back the other way and knock them over again. And Martin and I were full-blown crying, where we were just laughing so much. We're like, how is everyone else not finding this so funny? Like, everyone else was just stood there just watching, like, really seriously, and Martin and I were like bent over crying, like holding our tummies. So that was really funny. But they had like YouTube Kids area where they were giving advice on internet safety and things like that. That was really cool. They had an area with like Blue Peter and CBeebies and stuff like that. So it was kind of a mixture between, like, it was just basically just for kids. It wasn't just gaming. It wasn't just computery stuff. There was like loads of there was like inflatable obstacle course. There was these people doing like almost like a parkour show where they were jumping, running, jumping, like doing flips and all that stuff. That was really cool. You could drive a car if you wanted to drive a car. Then they did have like computers and stuff as well. They had a stage area, and then we did like meet and greets. Amy had a book there, so she was doing book signing. So it was really cool. They had loads of stuff going on. Aisha, the organizer, and her partner were like really, really lovely, looked after us really well. So that was like really, really great too. So I've had a most fantastic few weeks, and it's been a complete whirlwind. I've got to admit, it was so happy coming home, having my bed again, and not living out of a suitcase, like put all my stuff in the wash and all of that. But I'm actually going away again. So when I'm recording this, I'm going tomorrow, but when you're seeing this, I will already be away. So I'm going to Bristol. We're going to, on Bonfires Night, so on Saturday, so last night, and we will have gone to a fireworks display. There's going to be quite a few of us going. My friend, one of my like best friends, Shelley, who I've known for like absolutely years, like she's going to come with us. Solidarity's coming, Squishy and Stampy. I think there's people called like Nina and Mark and Katie and Hannah, like quite a few friends. So that's going to be really nice, and we're going to watch a firework display, wrap up all cozy and warm, get sparklers, do that kind of thing. And also, when you're watching this tomorrow, it will be my birthday, so that is kind of part of my reason for going away on this trip. It's actually going to be a weekend off, celebrating my birthday and just having a really nice time. But that's one thing, like on my actual birthday, this is where I've been away so much recently, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I just need to have like a day off. I was going to go away to Jersey, see my friend Zoe, and then I was thinking of going to see Josh Whittaker and doing all of this, but I've decided, I was like, no, like I've kind of got used to going away now and living out a suitcase. It would be nice to actually just have a chill day. So what I'm doing on my actual birthday is I'm staying in my pajamas all day. I'm not getting out of them. I'm going to stay in my pajamas all day, and I'm going to watch the Game of Thrones. So I'm going to watch the final series that's up at the moment, because I'm a series behind. I'm going to watch the whole series in one day. So Coco Viz, if you're watching this, I know she is actually in the Game of Thrones, and the series I'm going to be the season I'm going to be watching is the one she is in. So Coco Fizz, you'll be expect a tweet from me at some point on Monday being like, oh my god, I just seen you. So that's really exciting. I've actually met Coco Fizz like once at the Munster race. She came to support us. We found out we were name twins as well, and also on top of that, I saw her at Insomnia, but only briefly. I didn't get to meet her at the meet and greety thing, but she like came up when we were on stage. She was like just below. I was like, hi. But yeah, so that's really, really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to just having a chilled day, relaxing. I'll probably come and natter to you guys on Twitter and things like that. So we're playing with the box now, just like playing with the chess. But yeah. But yeah, so this is a little bit of a longer rubbish rambles to what I've been having recently. They've all been like quite short, because it's been like, I'm prepping to go away, I'm really rushed, like I've got nothing to tell you because all I've been doing is working. But it's actually quite nice to actually properly chat to you. I've got where I've missed a couple, I've had so much to tell you. I've probably missed loads of stuff out as well. I always do this when I record a rubbish rambles afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened, I should have told them this, or like, oh yeah, like blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'll probably think of things, and if I do, I'll write it down and I'll add it to next week. Oh, one more thing. Big and Little Thoughts is mine and Tomahawk's new series. Please go and check it out, especially if you like Rubbish Rambles, because it is basically Tomahawk and I, we discuss a different subject every week, so you guys can give us subjects to talk about, or you can just let us go with the flow and do our one. So the one we've already done, it's the subject's events, so we give our opinions and how we feel, and things like if we've had any embarrassing moments, or like what's our favorite thing of an event, and like we discuss like all of these things, and it's really silly and a really fun video, and I've really enjoyed recording it. It's almost like a podcast but with video. That seems really weird, but yeah, so there's no gameplay, it's just Tomahawk and I just nattering. You can see us though, and yeah, so please go and check that out, because I'm really excited about it, and I want your opinions. Give me your honest opinions on what you think. So let me know in the comments what it is you guys have been up to this weekend, and I hope you've had an amazing time, and yeah, thank you. Bye.